Greetings, YouTube. Yesterday, I received a private message from someone asking me about why I am a theist, why am I a believer. But during the whole YouTube maintenance process that went on yesterday afternoon, I don't know how, but I completely lost the message. Both the copy that was on my YouTube private message list and in my Gmail account. So I don't know how I pulled that one off, but I did. So today's video is to this person. I don't know who you are. I hope you hear this. So they wanted to know why I am a theist. What brings me to being a believer? Well, I was an agnostic at 19 or so. I had been an atheist prior to that. But as I began to read more and more nonfiction, I began to realize that the world was much larger than I thought. And as I began to read things, particular Alan Watts and Thomas Merton, it led me down the path of reading quite a bit on Taoism and on Zen Buddhism, and that opened the doorway to an understanding that there are parts of reality that aren't being explained to me by physics and by the scientific method. Then I came to realize that the spiritual, the divine, are as real as gravity. Just as real. So once I realized that, I began to pursue an ideal, looking for connection to that divine, that spiritual. And eventually it led me to my goddess. And that led to one thing after another, till eventually it led me to my god Ta. Now, I am a spiritual individual. I am a man of faith. I am not a man of religion. I am not a fan of organized religions of any way, shape, or form. Even Wiccan covens are almost too large for me. I see the spiritual and divine as an individual path that you must walk alone, because ultimately you can't walk a path in a group. You do the walking. It's your journey. You have to do it. Now, but I'd like to nip something in the bud before we go any further, and that is, I know I'm going to get hit with questions or comments from atheists in the world. And they're going to say that unless I can prove that my gods exist, they're not going to believe in them. I don't have to prove anything to you. The divine and the spiritual is all about faith. You cannot have an understanding of it without faith. Trying to understand the divine without faith is like trying to do calculus without math. You can't do it. So if a person isn't in the position they are in life, a certain place in life, where they're willing to commit themselves to make that literal, absolute literal leap of faith, they are never going to understand the divine. And that's okay. They don't have to. But if you want to, that's what you have to do. And if you don't want to, don't complain that you don't understand it. And don't ask me to explain it to you, because I can't, because you're not willing to do your part. I'm not being a jerk here. That's just how it is. If you're not willing to have faith, you aren't ever going to grok it. I don't know how else to explain it. I've been an atheist. I know what it's like. Now I'm a theist. I know what's better. I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound like a dick. I hope I answered the question of the person who sent me a message yesterday. And if I didn't, and you would like some more information, PM me again, and hopefully I won't lose your message this time.